Greetings and welcome back, one and all, to Reassembly, where the Flying Staplers has managed to shed much of its fleet, unfortunately, by moving a little bit too fast. It seems that if you can put enough distance between you and the rest of your fleet, they kind of abandon you, which is none too great, if I'm perfectly honest. So I'm thinking that one of the first things we're going to do is we are actually going to adjust the amount of forward thrust we currently have. Specifically, what I'm thinking of doing is dragging these out. There we go, and these as well. Also, I'm thinking of reducing a little bit of our maneuvering thrust as well. I think we've got a little bit more than we actually need. Let's copy this out and just fill in these gaps for now. Well, actually, some of these areas might be nice to have a couple of extra weapons, considering we've lost so many of the thrusters. Now, if I were to select all of this and then remove it, how much would that save me? If I put this in, about 300, so far more than I can actually afford. Okay, let's have a look at some of our other options in that case. We could have some drones. That is a very distinct possibility. And yes, I kind of like the idea of Flying Staplers actually being a little bit of a mothership. Not much of one, but having a little bit of an ability to launch drones. You know what? That doesn't quite fit. Let's move those out, and then let's add in some more of the thrusters just along the side here. Try and help a little bit with some of our maneuvering. Also sharing a little bit of reverse thrust, which might actually come in quite handy. Eventually, I would like to have more of these along the side, but for now, this should be good enough. We'll place those there. We could perhaps even have one or two along the inside, though perhaps that area would be better for something like point defense or something along those lines. I think this is good enough for now, though. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that, the way it is. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe we better have the drones along here. Yeah, actually, let's go with that. Let's strip this down and just copy these across. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. Pull this down, get rid of you. There we go. So we've got those in there, and that is going to allow us to nestle these drone launchers along the sides there. And this goes along with the idea of not having the Flying Staplers be necessarily a frontal assault bot, but it'll have a fleet of drones all of its own. Oh, that's quite lovely, actually. We'll just flesh that out, have drones all along there, so we'll have a decent little fleet with us. Okay, we'll save that up. Now, let's have a quick look. We are currently going to be making a Tess, a Nebuchadnezzar, and a Cilia. The Capricorn can stay there for now. I wouldn't mind a hammer, though. Possibly maybe make a Cosmo outpost, actually. Just some stable, stationary outposts to fill the gap. In fact, yes, let's move you out there and move up the Cosmo outpost. There we go. Alright then, let's have a look on the map. Where would we like to be? There is an unclaimed station down there, but there's a lot of enemy territory up here that we could investigate, and there are two wormholes over there, and even one right next to us, in fact. So let's head in that direction. Let's start making a bit more of an effort to get down there. Also, let's hook these guys up to auto fire. There we go. So they will launch and attempt to attack anything that I'm firing at. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, wow, we're doing an awful lot of damage now. That's absolutely beautiful. And we've got an entire fleet of drones down here thanks to the Titan bot. I certainly approve. Certainly approve. We have reduced our forward speed a little bit. Wow, those lasers are utterly devastating. Glorious in every possible way. Launch all of the drones. Oh, wow, you've actually did a little bit of damage to me there. Took out 2 of our forward shields. And once again... Oh, wow, we're terrible at aiming those shots, unfortunately. How about you instead? There we go. Oh, this is very, very nice. The Flying Staplers is now able to actually engage the enemy a little bit by herself. She doesn't have to rely entirely on her support fleet, which is always good news. Let's try to spawn something. No, we cannot. We need a lot more resources before we are going to be able to spawn anything else. And that is a shame, because you do kind of need to spawn stations in order to claim territory. You want those stations then to start filling the territory. Wow, what on earth is that? That is a ruined plant faction, if ever I saw one. But you want those stations to start spawning inhabitants, denizens for that territory in order to capture it yourself. And let's try and see if we can't apply some shots from over here. Very unlikely, I feel. We're way too far away. But our lasers are actually doing a fantastic job of cutting down the enemy. We are up to 2,252. I'm not sure how much more we need. 912. Okay, well, let's try and get another 1,000 then. And over here, do you fancy dancing a little bit? Probably not really, but you don't get a choice. Now, if only we were the plant faction and we could actually have our own resource generation as part of our ship. That truly would be glorious. And should I make another fleet with another faction at some point, it will almost certainly be the plant faction, specifically for that particular ability, is to have our own tea plantations on our ship. There are few things in this universe quite as grand. Okay, we are absolutely decimating these enemies here. Let's go ahead and start spawning some more. What have we just built? Is that going to be... It looks like that's a Nebuchadnezzar. Very well. I'm happy to have a Nebuchadnezzar with us. You know what? Those plasmas not doing too bad there. I take it back. I was a little bit critical of you. Oh, wow. The universe... Oh, I didn't realize that. The universe actually is circular. Well, I mean, you know, I knew that. But, well, not circular, but spherical, I suppose. Though, really... I'm not sure what shape the universe is. It has a curve. And we will end up back on the rightmost side of the map if we continue going to the left. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't really want to do that just yet. I'm having fun collecting resources here. Let's grab a couple more, though. Honestly, I would very much like to be able to grab a few stations, because they are such a good way of getting credit with which to increase the size of the flying staplers, or at least the size of ship that we ourselves can pilot. There we go. No, we haven't finished him off. That's impressive. Well done, you. Let's see if we can't get you there with a plasma volley. No, absolutely not. There we are. Lasers finally finished you off. Where is that wormhole? Just over there. No stations yet. That is quite bizarre. Oh, there we go. We've just built something. Is that going to be... There we are. That is a Cosmo Outpost. Good luck to you, Cosmo Outpost. I wish you well. In fact, I'm going to release you, and I'm also going to set you up with some basics. You don't want a Tess. Let's get rid of that. You don't want an Nebuchadnezzar either. You will have a Joseph. Oh, wow. Oh, it automatically copies now. Oh, fantastic in every possible way. We'll also have a green there. That is absolutely fantastic. I approve of that enormously. However, you're not going to be building more of yourself. That doesn't seem to make as much sense to me. You can build some Metasapiens, though, and start flooding this area with more construction fleets. I think that makes perfect sense. Right, moving on. Let us find more stuff to kill. I do feel a little bit bad. We're just going around bullying everyone. It isn't what we set out to do. I assure you, we started with the most dapper of intentions. It's just things have taken an unexpected turn. And I think we need to move into this wormhole, honestly. Maybe even we should go through the wormhole. We haven't yet finished fleshing out this fleet. Oh, I've lost 2 of the ships because I was moving too fast. Dread. I do wish that wouldn't happen quite as often. Perhaps I need to start making larger, more maneuverable fleets so that they can keep up with the command ship. So that doesn't happen quite as often. Wow, really? Have we killed all of the agents here? We have. Well, oh, actually. Wow, okay. I haven't seen you before. I'm a little bit afraid of what you can do to me. Because you are taking an awful lot of damage there. Let's continue trying to wail on you if we can. You are just absolutely ignoring the damage we were doing. That was craziness. Thank you very much for all of the resources, though, my lord. Okay, this is interesting. Not an agent, but certainly interesting. Let's try and wipe you out. No, we haven't finished you off, but someone will. Oh, wow, you got caught in exactly the wrong place there. I'll hoover up your resources and try to take on this one next. The entire drone armada. Oh, wow, the amount of DACA that we're unleashing on this place. That was actually quite crazy. But you've actually upgraded your ship, by the looks of it. Well done, you. There we go. Let's try and get everything out there, including my point defense guns. And let's see if we can just avoid as much of your plasma as possible. No? There we go. Let's get back in there. My lasers should be able to wreck your ship, honestly. If we can just continue to burrow through that one part of the ship, there we go. We have got access to the core. And that ship is worth an awful lot of resources. That is quite glorious. There we go. What did we just build? We have built... Let's see. It looks like it's a TESS. Okay, fantastic. You know what, though? I'm going to take the TESS out of the build queue, and we are instead going to place a Phoenix Quill, perhaps? No, we're going to place an Anvil in there instead. Oh, okay. That actually copies over. I do need to specifically copy it when I'm dealing with my own build queue, it seems. Okay, well, that's good to know, I suppose. But given that we have wiped out so many, and wow, we've got a load of small ships here suddenly. Where did they come from? Are those my own drones? Perhaps. Maybe they are my own drones. I have never noticed those be shown up. That is quite interesting, actually. Okay, let's get rid of you. There we go. But given that there is no longer an agent in this sector, I think perhaps it's time that we should move on. We should jump through this wormhole and explore a new world. Wow, I've got a lot of drones with me now. That's actually pretty awesome. Hello there. Oh, you look intimidating, don't you? Okay, let's jump into the eye of this wormhole. And it is time to follow the wormhole. We are uploading to the cloud, and then hopefully we will have a brand new area. It's been quite some time since we had a new area. We've been playing in that area for an enormous amount of time, but there's just no challenge left for us, really. We can stomp over pretty much any regular NPC fleet for the most part. The greatest threat to me is moving too fast, so my fleet can't keep up. Now, let's see. Ooh. Oh, perhaps we just didn't know that there were any agents. Oh, did I leave when there were still agents there? Well, that's going to annoy me. Oh, well. Let's see what we can do. Let's grab a couple of new stations. Oh, that one's already been picked up. Let's see what kind of stations these are going to be, because pretty much anything from my fleet that has a factory can spawn as a damaged station at this point. I am a little bit sad that I lost my entire fleet when I came through, though I have a chunk of credit, so perhaps I didn't. Perhaps they were actually sold and given back to me. There we go, as the credit amount. There we are. Okay, well, that's a basic station. I was expecting to find one of my own factory ships, but apparently not. Let's try and get through there. There we go. Fantastic. We've got a reasonable amount of sea there, but we need a lot more than we currently have. Okay, we'll head on over here. We should be able to hit all of these stations fairly close together and have enough to upgrade the amount that the flying staplers can, the complexity of her design. There we are, another 500. Let's move on. And in the next episode, I think, I'll probably be starting to work on the new fighters, just fleshing out the remainder of the fleet. Yes, I'm actually gonna... You get a pass today. You don't, however. I'm afraid you guys need to die. Sorry, it's just the way it's gonna have to be. Also, you. Please die. There we go. And now you, if you'd be so kind. Oh, I actually didn't finish the job. That was rather silly of me. I shouldn't have stopped attacking until you actually were dead. I'm a bit of a derp. Let me try and get rid of you so you stop harassing my new station. Thank you, my lord. Let's get out there. Send out the drones. We really need more drones on the flying staplers. That is one thing that we absolutely need, in my opinion. Let's take you down and you as well. There we go. You too. And then finish you off properly with close-up laser fire. Fantastic. Right, okay, we should be able to upgrade another 476, I believe that was. And now we can go ahead and get in here where we can build a couple more drones. I think we will actually go for the drones rather than adding more weapons. I think that they are a little bit more useful for me right now. Let's grab 2, 3 on each side. 4 on each side, perhaps. Also, you need to be in the middle there. Alright, there we are. Let's grab you 3. And is that going to actually rotate? Yeah, it did. I am a little bit surprised by that. And over here too. Okay, not actually that bad at all. That's a reasonable amount of drones, but we are going to continue to flesh that out and actually fill it up. But whilst I can't, I may as well protect this area just a little bit more until such a time as I can fill that out with drone bays. There we are. Ah, flying staplers is really starting to come together now, I feel. We can have an extra thruster there as well, and there. Another one here, and then over on this side as well. Just a little bit more maneuverability. We could have some more stuff there, I guess. I would have to sacrifice some of the thrusters that I just placed on, or I could go for something like this, for example, a plasma or an autocannon even. These 2 spots is what I'm thinking about. Maybe an autocannon would be okay there. I could move this forward and have the autocannons behind it. That is certainly an option, and I will consider that in time. But that is enough editing for the flying staplers for now. Let's make sure that everything is set up on auto fire. There we go. And engage. Launch all of the drones. Every single one of them. There we go. And you as well, please. And then you. Oh, that's glorious. The amount of damage that we're putting out. And yes, all of that is drones. I had no idea. But it's good to know. And we should be able to grab a little bit more resources, because currently we have no backup fleet. This has been this is the most naked the flying staplers has been for a very, very long time. Ooh. Well, this should give us a little bit of resources. Let's get rid of all of you if we can. Thank you very much. Perhaps we should actually add or adjust the design of one of our current factory ships, just to, or maybe even the Cosmo Outpost, just to be a little bit more specialized. And especially considering the flying staplers can now afford to build them a little bit bigger, and then just add that to the regular construction queue. And then as we're moving around, we can fill out more and more stations from which we can spawn. I think that may be a good idea. We'll swing back in a moment to get those stations back there. I don't really mind too much about that resource. I will pick it up, but there we go. Let's move on. Now then, hello up there. Please don't be dead. There we are. Don't really mind the others. We need to swing back, get that station, primarily for the resources, sorry, the credits that we want. Right, we're just going to barrel through these asteroids. It's going to hurt a little bit, but we should be fine on the whole. There we go. We've got plenty of maneuverability. We've got enough that we can just push the asteroids out of the way. That asteroid has got thrusters. My lord. Can I target it? No. Okay, well, fair enough. Let me through. Damn it. There we go. Die! All you scallywags around the station must be swept clean. There we go. That's a little bit better. And anyone else that we can kill? There are a couple. We do want... Ooh, now we're talking. Let's see if we can just break through this, shall we? How much time is it going to take for us to utterly destroy this? Why are we not firing our main plasmas on this? I have no idea. There we go. I have no idea why we're not actually just rushing through that, but okay, fair enough. We got 2,000 out of it. Let's get a new member of our fleet. There we go. We've got a nice big capital ship triangle there. And the next one is going to take another 2,500. That shouldn't take us too long. Hello, Titanbot. Ah, more drones. Fantastic. Drones are really quite a good value for money, in my opinion. The amount of points you have to spend on a drone ship, it can do a phenomenally good job in a fleet. Are you coming with us, Titanbot? Good, good, good. I don't want to move too fast, otherwise I'll just leave him behind. And that is exactly not what I want to do. Hello, another station for me to conquer. And let's just cut our way straight through there. Wow, that actually felt a little bad. We need another 830. There we go. Really what we want to do, though, is find some agents. I feel that those are the main things that I need to cut my teeth on at this point. That just regular NPCs, especially a faction like this, which isn't the strongest to start with, just aren't really going to offer much competition for our current fleets. There we go. Let's get that set up. Also, let's destroy you utterly if we can. No? Maybe? Maybe yes? There we go. We've got quite a lot of drones launched now. There we are. And take you out as well. Fantastic. Launch more fleets. Ah, we're doing well. Let's swing back and try and take you out. I think that's a Nebuchadnezzar there that we're building. Very, very nice. You know what? Let me go back in here. I don't think the Cosmic Outpost is really the best thing for us right now. Perhaps a Phoenix Quill would be better. In fact, yes, I think it would. So I'm going to pop a Phoenix Quill. Or maybe... No, a Gungnir. We'll take a Gungnir in the fleet. We've got a decent amount of damage potential here. We're not going to be making anything that will be able to back us up in terms of factories. But if I actually feel that there's a need, I can always swap one into the build queue. Now, let's try and make sure that my new ships can keep up with me. There we go. The Nebuchadnezzar. Have you finished building? No. No, you have not. That shield there is actually a little bit of a pain in a way because it's stopping you from building. I hadn't considered that properly. Some destroyed structures here. There we go. Let's take you out. Let's take you out. Where are you, scallywag agents? I wish to fight. It is rare for me to want to fight an agent. Well, actually, it's not rare for me to want to fight one. It's rare for me to feel that I've got a chance. But I do feel that I've got a chance right now. So I would very much like it if you would join me on the field of battle. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to take you on easily. You've got crazy firepower. Let's take you guys out and then swap around. There we are. Let's get all of the drones launched. Oh, actually, yeah, we tore you apart. Okay, can I get a little bit from there, from the Nebuchadnezzar? Thank you very much. Let's get a Gungnir out there and moving on down to capture a new station. Launch all of the everythings. And then I will finish everything else off on the way. Wow, the difficulty curve has basically fallen off completely. It's now a difficulty cliff, but in the wrong direction. I am literally just drifting around bullying everything. We really do need to find ourselves an agent to have any real competition at the moment, I feel. Though odds are we'll find an agent who will utterly trounce us, which is not quite what I want, to be perfectly honest. I kind of want a fight that we can easily win, but, well, not quite easily. I want it to be a decent battle, an entertaining battle, if you will. Alright, let's spin around. Let's go grab this area down here. Perhaps grab a little bit more resources on the way if we can. We need another 871. We'll go and grab this one down here. Ooh, hello. Launch all of the drones. Drone launch now. That's right. Just burrow through. Fantastic. Launch. Ah, this is glorious. Our fleet is growing very nicely. Very, very nicely, in my opinion. There we are. And the outpost is just around the corner. Hello down there. Go forth, drones. Finish him off, if you would. There we are. Right, we want to make you the primary target there. And start launching the drones. No, maybe not. Yes, you are definitely the primary target, and the drones are being launched. Very well. And swoop in before the Gungnir steals our spoils. Though, of course, the Gungnir would hand them back. You know, perhaps not. Steal is too strong a word. Momentarily nick. I find nick, even though it pretty much means the same thing, is just a gentler way of putting it. I'm not sure why, but there we are. And you guys over there. Right, well, it doesn't look like we're finding an agent yet, and that is a little bit of a disappointment, honestly. And we definitely need to find something a little bit harder to fight than these guys. Perhaps we can find another NPC faction to lock horns with, maybe? But I'm trying to think of which ones can actually stand up against our fleet as they are. But perhaps we are going to have to start considering actually hosting some player tournaments. I think that's not a bad thing to consider, all things told. But it may be the better thing to watch if my fleet is just based only on my flagship, just walking through here, utterly destroying everything else. It would probably be wise to start considering other options, and a tournament is definitely one of them. Though how we would get everyone's ships into it, I'm not sure. But it would be significantly easier to do in this than from the depths. If for no other reason than I can just look on my friends list and pull a bunch of friends into a single large tournament and then see who wins. Yes, you know what? I think that's a pretty good idea. Ooh, a plant faction. Fantastic. Give me all of your resources. All of them right now. You have basically turned into nothing but fodder for me at this point. The Flying Staplers just waltzes through a plant faction area and comes out significantly richer on the other side. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules in this case. It's just the way it is. You know, it's survival of the fittest, and we are significantly fitter at this point. We have adapted, you have not. You remain stagnant, whilst the Flying Staplers has been leading her fleet towards evolution. Ooh, a plant star. Okay. We'll finish off this plant star, and then that'll be it for this episode. Let's see how fast the Flying Staplers can cut through. Also, please stop. There we go. Let's see how fast the Flying Staplers can cut her way through this, and hopefully not die to the enormous amount of incoming fire, because there is actually a remarkable amount at the moment. One side of our shield has already gone down. You know what? Let's just turn Flying Staplers around a little bit, so less of the damage side is facing all of the plant wrath, because that just looks dangerous. Oh, actually, never mind. I can see the shield effect. It looks like the shield effect is just glitched at the moment. Never mind. Okay, I was a little bit surprised that you managed to cut through one of my shields. I was a little bit proud of you, honestly, Plant Faction, but it seems that pride was misplaced. Sorry, but it's true. Alright, let's get the next member of our fleet, and we will end it there. What did we just build? Actually, we just built it in the worst possible place. I'm so sorry. Oh, Flying Staplers, you're a terrible mother. My lord. Ye gaz, you basically hatched a chick into the waiting more of a crocodile there. Ye gads. Okay, on that note, though, we are going to wrap up this episode. It looks like we may have to start hunting around for some agents in the following ones, but I think the very next episode will be spent with me building some small fighter craft, and then maybe the one after that. Who knows? Possibly some player tournaments, but let me know in the comments if that is something that you'd be interested in seeing, and if so, whether you would rather just a bracket between two people on my friends list, just their entire fleet against each other, or have more of a pool where I set one friend against another using the pool dynamic, or just simply my fleet against someone else's fleet over and over again, and we'll just pick a different person each time. Do let me know in the comments below, but that is it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.